Every once in a while, I get into the mode of thinking about what every mature woman needs in her makeup kit. And so we have a couple of things that we've talked about over the years, and one of them is a magnifying mirror. I think having a magnifying mirror is so important for women with mature skin. It helps you so that you can see, when product is in your, in the lines and wrinkles. You can gently pat it out. You can see whether or not your pores are doing what you want them to do and so forth. So definitely a makeup mirror. Now, the next thing I think that is really important as we get older is having a good group of makeup brushes. Now, we want the makeup brushes to be soft so that they, they apply the powders and the products very lightly. It's better to build product than to try to take it away. Now, I've been really loving cream blushes lately, and I love them because they look so natural. I have the Clé de Peau, which I've talked about before, and I also have the Westman Atelier, and this is the one that's in the peachy type color. I really love both of these. Again, it's like your skin but better, really beautiful finish, worth the money. I've had both of these for quite a long time and haven't even come close to using them up. I think they're really, really important. Now, if you're looking for a foundation setting powder, using setting powders is a bit tricky as we get older. First is a Charlotte Tilbury, and I like it because it blurs your pores and it just does that little bit of extra without looking cakey. I apply it with this flat tip natural brush, and I can just press it in place, or I can use it to gently blend out the powder. So that helps so that you don't get that cakiness, especially in areas where you have lines or pores like I do. Lots of texture going on around here. So using these two products together and being careful not to use too much is key here. Now, the next thing that I really think is important that I never played with too much before because I never really even thought too much about it, but I'm now interested in making sure that my eyebrows are looking good. They're lightened up enough that sometimes they don't appear to show so much. So I have been using the Anastasia product, and I love it because it's got the spoolie on one end and it's got the marker on the other end, and so it's very easy to use and easy to blend. And then I just use the clear gel on the eyebrows to help them to stay in place. And again, if you're going to put the work into like making your brows look good, you want them to stay in place. So having a clear gel or a colored gel, those are really great. Eyebrows are a thing. I have two more products to share with you. One is the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. This is my second one. They last for a very long time, but I think to give yourself a nice glow, a nice suntanny glow, is a really great way to look fresh and look healthy. Especially, I've noticed that my skin has become a lot lighter and it can look very washed out. So adding a little bit of a nice bronzer with a nice soft brush that's just going to diffuse the bronzer. It's not going to cake up in any spots. It's just going to blend into your skin. That is the way to go with the bronzer. And I think that most everyone can benefit from a little bronzer, a little sun-kissed look. The final thing that no matter what kind of lipstick you wear, that you may want to add to your arsenal that I think is very, very helpful is to use a lip plumper. And this one is the Too Faced Lip Injection Maximum Plump. I've used several different kinds. This one is a very good one. And I will apply my lipstick, and then I just apply a little bit to the center part of my mouth. And it helps to plump it. And then I'll show you my other little tip that I like to do, playing with makeup all day. My little fingers are a little bit dirty, but I like to go inward and make sure that I don't have lipstick to the inner corners of my lips. Let me just grab my little pointer. So I want to not have anything there. And the reason for that is that they tend to downturn a little bit. So if you go all the way into the corners, then you run the risk of the lipstick creeping out into the corners, but also the lipstick kind of ending up like drawing attention to the downturned part of your mouth. So if you kind of do this on either side, you get more of that look of fullness in the center and less attention to the part that is kind of downward pointing. The final thing that I think that we all can use is a little spritz of setting powder or setting spray. And that just helps everything stay in place, and it helps your makeup stay fresh all day. So if you haven't been using a setting spray, or you've moved away from it, because I kind of had for a while, I just recently got the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush. I'd been using the Urban Decay all-nighter. I kind of moved away from applying it, just sort of forgot about it, and then recently started to want to use it again. The thing I like about this one is that it kind of helps your skin stay a little bit glowy looking. I found with the Urban Decay that it kind of mattified, and in some instances, depending on the brand and the sprayer can get globby, and then you get little like spots on your makeup. So you don't want that. And so I found that the airbrush really helps with that. So those are some of my ride or die, or whatever you want to call it, the things that I use every day, and a few little tips here and there to help you look amazing with your makeup and to get like the best products that will like really work for women with mature skin. Until next time, we'll see you later.